Hello everybody, welcome back. Back on the ovals, short track racing time here in the SK Modified Fixed Series to start off week 6. Rolling off 5th place at South Boston Speedway. Got some familiar faces in here, running with Chad, who is up in 2nd. I've got Nick behind me in 7th. I know the 1 on the pole will be quick. The 3 to my outside could potentially be quick. Well, behind us in 8th. There's quite a few people that could be decent in this. So I'm just going to try to do what I can. See if I can try to find my way up through the field. Take advantage of starting on the inside row. Not overdrive it, not make contact. And see what this ends up getting me by the end of it. Pace car is going to be pulling off here, 40 laps.
Okay, mate, get ready, relax. Green, green, green.
One's off and rolling. Just going to run the inside as best as I can. Try not to get it too loose off the corners. We already got people driving down the left into me, so much for that 0x. That's the fun of modifieds. See the 5 also getting a little loose. Check up for Chad, who was 6.
P4. He's still there.
Still battling with the 8 on the outside.
Clear.
Nick's going to try to take advantage of that inside opening that I created. See if the 8 can slot down in front of him or not.
The leader has just done a 14.60.
Also try not to overdrive it on the right front too much. 1 is going to be gone.
P4.
It looks like Nick got taken out possibly by the 8. Not sure exactly what happened there, but that opens up a gap behind me now. 3 was the first one to escape through that.
That lap time was 14.
Yeah, the 8 seemed to be a bit, so I'm not really 100% sure if that was on him or if that was on Nick, but unfortunate that his race ends early.
Fastest lap. The guy behind has just done a 14.65.
Car's feeling somewhat decent. I'm closing up on 5 and Chad. Just trying to work it on that right rear as best as I can through the center of the corner without over rotating it off and losing any speed.
We're matching race pace.
Chad with a slight blink. Still very early on though, only working at lap number 9.
The next car is Alguersuari.
Just barely got into Chad. Not at all what I wanted to do.
You've just done a
let him go. I know that gave up time to 3 front cars, but that is not how I want to pass anybody.
The lap time was at 14.
That didn't cost him a chance at the 5. 5 actually looks like he might be catching up to the 1. I also don't know if the 1's maybe trying to save that right front a little bit.
You've just done a 14.58.
I think he could potentially come into play if you lean too much on it, especially in the first half of the corners. I feel like I'm doing quite as good of a job rotating it onto the right rear. I'm also trying not to overdrive it.
Fastest lap for Woolard, 14.49. That last lap was at 14.56.
Just trying to keep it as close to that apron as I can without getting onto it. Catching back up to Chad. I feel like I'm keeping fairly even pace with the 1 and the 5. Unfortunately, it's just too big of a gap to be able to make up if I'm even on pace. I'm pulling away slightly from the 3 as I completely overshoot 1. Chad pushed up though in turn 2. I dragged wall on the backstretch. Apron now. Too many dumb mistakes that lap.
Your last lap time was at
I feel like I'm starting to maybe overdrive the entries a little bit, so get back the braking point up a little bit. Get back into my rhythm. Fourth place, though, as the number 7, not a bad place to be running. Chad looked like he might have got maybe a little tight off of turn 2. A little bit wider than we expected to be. Trying to get back into my
Jake,
rhythm.
that's half distance. Fuel
Halfway
levels are fine.
down.
You've just done a 14.61.
Best I might be able to do is maybe 3rd. So I get tight off of turn 2.
That lap time was 14.63.
Just not a very good middle of 3 and 4 there. Best way to do it is to take a little bit of a later entry. See if I can cut underneath him once I get closer. I feel like he's getting a little tight on exits. But I gotta get a lot closer to be able to make that move.
14.66.
Goes for a bit of a blink. It's kind of gonna be one of those all or nothing passes that I doubt I'll be able to do anything with the 5.
14.68.
Just trying to work that bottom as best as I can, get a little loose, lose just a little bit of time off of 4 to him. Just not quite there yet to being able to get underneath him. He's staying pretty consistent behind me. Definitely feel like I can get a run off the corner.
That lap was at 14.69.
I'm gonna try to set this up as cleanly as I can. It's loose, we're going to try to take advantage of it. I think he just kind of pushed there in the center.
Rising. It's now 84 Fahrenheit. P3. That was clear up high.
Alright, so Chad and I have raced quite a bit with each other, tried to race each other with as much respect, so I wasn't expecting him to try to do anything too aggressive to come back. I don't think, with only 10 to go, 1.1 up ahead to the 5, I don't think I'll be able to get there. Certainly going to give it my best run. 3's still staying pretty even with me, so Chad might be falling off a little bit more than he wants to. Got 1 lap car just ahead of the leader. He's high in 1 and 2 right now.
That lap time was 14.68.
I feel like I might have the fastest car in the top 4 or 5, but just not enough laps left to do anything. Probably should have qualified better. Maybe I would have had a shot at hanging with the 1. Really cannot be too unhappy with this effort to start. Keeping pace with the 1 right now. Trying to catch the 5, but the 5 also was dealing with the 11, who's a lap down.
Right side.
Try to clear him here.
That sideline's clear.
Alright. Oh, drove 1. It's gonna cost me a little bit of time to the 5. As I drag the wall as well, cost myself more time. 5 to go. And 6/10 is the gap.
14.82.
Need to chunk off like 2 or 3 tenths of the lap to have a shot at the 5. Kind of forgetting tire wear, just laying it out on the line, trying to go as much as I can.
That lap was at 14.67.
It's nice to be able to see the front 2 steep into a race. Fortunately, just like I said, not enough laps. Feeling like I have ever so slight of an advantage, but just not enough time. Two to go.
2 laps left. We're on for a podium here.
Hanging it on. I'll be happy with the third. White flag's out.
Okay, Jake, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. The gap to Alguersuari behind is now 1.00.
So, bring it home in third. Podium, not a bad way to start the week. Definitely was catching
Well done.
the
Decent
5.
drive.
I don't know. I feel like I was slightly faster than the 1, but it was pretty close. The 3 was also hanging with me. So, yeah, just track position. You know, always key in these races. It's pretty tough to pass. So needed to qualify a little bit better, and I probably would have been in a better spot to have tried to do something. So let's get the overlay off, take a look at the tires, as well as contact with the 8 to start. 188, 204. The center temps on the right sides, as well as 95, 93%. So definitely did a good job of keeping it more on the right rear, which is what I feel like was helping me there. The last, 10 or 15 laps, it felt like I could really get a good run center off the corner, as long as I didn't overdrive the entries too much. Let's take a look at what happened off the start. So let's see. So we'll get the start. This is the 8 on the outside. Just trying to work there. All right, so I think it was netcode actually that got me. Let's see, Chad. Apologize to him too for getting into him. All right, so take a look again. So we get the start, get the jump on the 8. 5 didn't get a good start compared to the 1, but Chad just struggled. The outside, you're in second place, you're always in a bad spot. So the 8, if that was the contact that got me the 4x, that was netcode, which sucks. We'll see if it ends up happening later. So I think I was able to clear him at this point. Yeah, so it was netcode that gave me a 4x, which, I don't know, I feel like netcode's got worse lately. Let's look back, see what happened between the 8 and Nick. So the 8's working the outside line. He's got Nick there in the 2 on his inside. Running side by side. To come off of turn 4. Gets a little bit of a better run. Oh, that's what happened. And then let's see what happened. So we've got the 4. It's going to end up trying to look at it from Nick's perspective. Nick's. Yeah, to me it looks like the 4 just kind of comes down. Because Nick comes out of the corner and then holds his right sides pretty even with this second lane marker. And you're going to see him start coming. Yeah, he comes back down the track. Netcode's Nick. And then Nick gets turned. And that's what gets the the 8 to go around. 4 goes upside down. Nick gets turned. Yeah, I'm gonna put that one more on the 4 than anybody. Looks like Nick was coming up the track out of the exit out of 4, then kind of stabilized himself right on that lane marker and then came back down. So um, sorry, still talking. Anyway, so yeah, tough break for Nick, I would say. I don't know. The 8 seemed a bit aggressive, but I can't really get too angry about netcode. So nice to grab a 3rd place. Like I said, felt like I had the possibility of running down the 5. And was keeping pretty even with the 1 there. Those last 10 or 15 laps, just not enough time, unfortunately. So Chad at least able to finish 4th. Good for him. Nick looks like he took the fast repair state out, finished 9th to salvage something. So I'm sure he's not very happy. But yeah, so hopefully it's a sign of things to come. I don't know. Not great in the SKs. I was able to run better, but definitely a better better race compared to last week. I was just way off the pace last week, so don't feel like I have this mastered by any means, but maybe learn a little bit with trying to stab the throttle, get it on the rear rotated a little bit better, especially on a little bit of a flatter track. I would kind of consider South Boston to be a little bit flatter, so see what we can do, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. So let me know your feedback on everything. Love to hear you guys, and try to keep this trend continuing for you guys. Until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.